Hi, life group leaders. Today I wanted to share with you a training tip about building into your life group by encouraging them to participate in the life of the group. Paul, as he wrote to the church in Ephesians, he writes to them in chapter 4, he says, "Be completely humble and gentle, be patient, and then bearing with one another in love." The idea of this bearing with one another is holding the weight. Think of like a human pyramid where one layer is holding up the next layer to the next layer to the next layer. It's this picture that the pyramid does not stand unless all are involved, unless all are holding the weight together. And if you can imagine that in the life of our life group, many of us as life group leaders get in there and we try to do everything, and we're holding everything together, organizing it, communicating, leading the group, teaching the group, organizing social events, taking the prayer requests, and it can go on and on and on. And that's really not the biblical model that we see there. Or when Paul writes in Corinthians about the whole body and the whole body needing to play a part. So when you include others in the leadership and the life of the group and making that go, you're actually finding the heart and desires of other people and including them in that work. It is the healthiest thing for the life group. It also is the healthiest thing for like discipling others in your group and bringing them along and including them, and also sharing and holding that weight or that load of the group. And I think that's where you see a life group really begin to take off, when each person has a little responsibility and a little piece of ownership in the group. So what are some examples of ways people can contribute? So you can have a person that is the host and they have a really gift of like hospitality and hosting, or you have others that they are the prayer warrior and they're connecting and following up on prayer requests. And then you have this other person that has a heart for others and service, and so they're kind of organizing and pulling together, going and serving someone's neighbor or getting involved in some sort of service opportunity. And then you have others that love food and want to bring some sort of piece of deliciousness to each group. So, and that list can go on and on and on. One specific area that I really want you to be encouraging is maybe what we call a generative leadership mindset, which means not only are we including people within the areas of like service, hospitality, prayer, but also in actually leading the group. So that mindset then has the idea that we are creating this next generation, a new generation of life group leaders and life groups here at Westgate. You know, our desire is it'd be great to have everyone in a life group. We know that probably won't happen, although that could be a goal. But we have a large goal of trying to get 80% of our congregation involved in a life group. And for that to really happen, we need to continue to develop more and more life group leaders. And so it is also my hope is that you have this eye and a heart to think about and pray about who could be leading a group, possibly along with you, alongside of you, and you get to train and raise them up before they go and lead a group on their own. And so you can do that by bringing them along in small ways, giving them pieces or portions or responsibilities of the group, and see if they have that heart and gift of leadership of a group, that they have a maturity and awareness of group dynamics, and something that can be grown and taught and matured as well. So overall, how do you get more and more people in your life group involved? Well, the first way would be you just simply ask. And hey, who would be interested in doing this, or taking a host position, or providing a snack, or leading us in prayer? Another opportunity is, as you're having these conversations and as you're listening, as you're in prayer, that God would highlight and give you a piece of wisdom and understanding of, oh, this is how this person is wired, and maybe that could be their role within this group. So overall, getting more and more of your life group members involved and having a role, having some ownership in the group, that's just going to add to the overall health, and also use their gifts and their gifting, their spiritual gifts that God has given to each and every one of us. So I hope you find this tip helpful, and thank you for serving and loving as a life group leader. Thanks.